Hello everyone, welcome back. This video is about the purely for entertainment purpose. I'm not really a financial advisor. I'm not recommending you to buy or sell anything. So welcome to Nine Passion. So this is where we'll talk about some financial topic that really can help you to strengthen your so-called finance to make sure that you are able to self-improve. So like Right, today we'll be talking about CPF, which you need to Singaporean PR. For you to check on this, you might already know some basic knowledge of CPF. So basically, I think now most of you now actually have been paying the income tax, right? There's the income tax letter for you to pay for the year of 2022 for this May. So you know that there's a lot of benefit you can actually utilize on CPF, right? To actually reduce your tax payment. So we'll go into details on that. So we have a few pointers to get into the CPF that everyone should know. The fixed interest rate 2.5% per annum for ordinary account and 4% for special account. So you know that you can earn up to 5% interest on the first 60,000 of the combined CPF balance. Personally, I do something that you guys can try to do, but I don't recommend you doing without any like knowledge. Is that I transfer personally some of my OA money to SA. So this is where I can get more interest. But for those people like me not planning to buy any house anytime soon, you can actually do that. And this topic really deserve another new video to explain about it. So not gonna delve into it. So it's like having to pay interest for your house, right? Why not you just pay yourself? So that's why I decided to put in the SA. And yeah, so you also can do a lot of things for this transfer. You can also have the SIS top up. You know, SIS top up, you can actually save on your income tax also. It's about $15,300 that you can have a relief if you top up that amount for that year SIS. And definitely, sometimes, right, some bank they actually have this SRS account opening promotion that you can actually look into it. Uh, so it's like using all these things that you can have, right, to increase your saving, but it's a long-term saving because SRS is like CPF that you can't really withdraw at a certain age. So you can also use your if you top up your OA, I mean your SA, right, you can actually use them to do investment. You can use endowus. Endowus also have a lot of promo that you can use. You can use in the link below. That link can actually give you $28 credit fee that if you use it. So you can use endowus to do investment for your CPF if you hit a certain amount. So this is where CPF top up is mainly for me, right? For this video alone, the main agenda for this is that I think most of you, if you didn't know about all these tax rebate, right, you've been paying a lot if your income tax hit a certain threshold. Especially if you have a income close to 80 to 100,000, you surely need to pay a few $1,000s for your income tax. So this is where you really need to use leverage on this that you have for every Singaporean or PR that you can top up for this income tax rebate. So this is the one I talked about earlier, the endowus one. There's a lot of promotion you can use for the first investment and also subsequent promotion. Now it's already May lah, so you can wait for a certain few more months, then you can have more promotion. So it's like I will always have new things coming. Yep, so this is the earlier one I talked about the income tax. So if you don't top up your CPF and you don't have SRS and you have that bracket of income, right? Like earlier I mentioned, 80,000 to 100 over thousand. You see that the income tax is few $1,000, so it's drastically a lot. So for those people who plan to do all this top up, right, you know that all this money will be top up into SRS, will have a very long term lockout period. So I was like thinking advisable for you, for those people who have 40,000 and above, you can see drastically increase a lot after 40,000. So if you have income annually more than 40,000, right, then you hit the next 40, it is really good to clear them to top up your SRS. That's 15,300 or $8,000 for your CPF. So you can see drastically the money will just grow lah if you top up your CPF. So now they change the scheme. You can top up to $8,000 on both your SA and your MediSave. Not 16,000, it's 8,000 for both. Meaning if you want to allocate, it's a 4,000 each lah, if you think so. So it's a cap max of 8,000. So some people actually think that top up MediSave is better. I do agree because MediSave you can, I mean touch wood lah, you don't want to use it, but nevertheless you may have a chance you need to use them. So MediSave is the next income or next kind of balance you can touch faster than your SA. So some people actually want to mess up their MediSave. You can put in the comment below. Sometimes the facts I get may be updated, To the latest one I know of MediSave is that the cap value is 68,000 now for MediSave. So if you have more than 68,000, right, you can't really do this top up. They won't let you top up. And yeah, I haven't tried that because unfortunately, haven't reached that amount. So if you reach that amount, you can't really utilize on this 8,000, and you can only top up your SA. And SA, there's also another cap for the full amount, full 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 sum. The full sum is about, if I'm not wrong, 198,000. So if you have that amount more than that, right, you also can't really top up. So another alternative is that if you really can't top up your own CPF, you can actually top up your parents' one. Same thing, up to 8,000. So yeah, so this is where you can actually have an additional. But if you are personally, you have your 8,000 to top up, your parents also have 8,000. So you have a potential to top up 16,000. So you have a cap there actually for both. So it's something good lah. But personally, I prefer to do myself first because parents one is really not within your control, so it's not easy to manage also lah. So the max is 16,000 per year plus separately from the CPF is the SRS. SRS is 13.3K and they are not under CPF, then can drastically help you reduce your income tax for your relief. So you also have to remember your total personal tax relief, right, is capped at 80,000. And accompanied by, if you are guys, right, in Singapore, right, you serve the national service, right, you are NS men, right, and you also have another relief. It's about 3,000, not a lot. But if you have retired parents, each parent is 9,000. So it's also a sum. So if you have both parents, right, it's times two lah. So drastically also can increase your tax rebate. So you can see this is a very crucial thing that you can use for your income tax relief. So basically, this is a very short video lah on the idea of compounding your money to make sure that you can actually leverage on the things you have, right, to make sure that you can have all these 4% is guaranteed for your compound growth. So this is where I usually encourage people to do that, to top up their CPF and also create a SIS account every year. If you haven't done so, a lot of banks, I think there's three banks that can do UOB, OCBC, and also DBS. You can choose either one. They usually have a year promotion to do that. So how I do is that I always do the top up during the end of the year, like December. So if you do it in December, is account for that year, and the calculation will be on the first half of the following year. So I like to do at the end because opportunity cost, the money can put elsewhere to generate income. So that's it for today. Just a very simple sharing session on how you can reduce your income tax that you have for this month. I think most of you already have it. So if you're interested in all these other topic, we can always you can feel free to put in the comment. Then I can see what content I can put out next to have a sharing session together with you guys. So I appreciate your time to join in to listen to this, and I hope you have a good night. And I see you again next time. Bye.